Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go through your squat, okay? So in this program, we're going to give you two options, lads, alright? So the first one is a barbell back squat. Some of you would have done this, some of you wouldn't. Some of you will find this very uncomfortable due to mobility issues. If that's the case, then don't worry, because we're going to show you double kettlebell front squats. If you've been in my program a while, you know we're massive fans of double kettlebells. And for me, you can squat with them and get just the same results, okay, as long as you're working to a correct repetition range. So don't worry, alright, you can use either or, and for that reason Jay is going to demonstrate with a barbell and then with a kettlebell, okay? So, first things first, you need to get yourself a rack in the gym. You also need to get yourself a 20 kilo bar. You're going to set it up to the right height so that you don't have to get onto your tiptoes to get it off, alright? So this is perfect for Jay. Don't worry if you set the rack up a little too low, alright? The key is to get under the bar. So what Jay is going to do is going to walk into the squat rack. He's going to dip and get under the bar, and he's going to rest that bar on the top of his back in his kite-shaped muscle. This is called his trapezius, okay guys? Some of you are going to absolutely hate this feeling. Alright guys? He lifts the bar off, and he walks back, okay? Now, depending on your mobility, some of you may have your arms wider than others. So Jay is comfortable in this position here. Some of you might be wider, some of you might be a little bit closer. It really doesn't matter, it's whatever suits. The key then is to get into your squat position. Now, this here is in your hip, it's a ball and socket joint. So everyone will have a different squat stance, all right? It just depends on where you're at. Your mobility, etc, etc. But my advice is, you always want your feet to be at least shoulder width apart and your toes slightly externally rotating, which means just slightly pointing outwards. I don't want you to squat like a penguin, but I want you to just give yourselves your feet a little bit outwards, okay? Now, the key when you squat is to take a nice deep breath in, okay, before you do, and the first movement is to push the bum back and drop into that hole. So if you could do that for me, Jay, and stay in the bottom. Okay, so what we're looking at doing is getting the weight on Jay's heels. We don't want the knees to come over the toes. We want him almost to be able to wiggle his toes because the weight on the heels. As he stands up, he pushes his hips through, and he breathes out against the force. So again, like I said, with the breathing, you're always breathing out against the force. Okay, so in this case, he's filling his lungs on the way down. Jay, if you could do 5 for me. So if you notice there, we call that arse to grass or bum to calves. Don't worry if you can't get all the way down as far as Jay, but you're at least looking to get 90 degrees, hips below the crease of the knee, okay? And then driving up, and the weight is always on the heels. I want you to imagine that you're driving up, pressing through the floor. Okay, Jay, if you can just do 5 more for me, you're pushing your bum out and you're driving up aggressively. Pushing your bum out, driving up aggressively, okay? So great form there, Jay, with the barbell. What we're going to do, just stick a little bit of weight on it. Notice how Jay walks in. He doesn't lift the bar from over his head, he walks into the rack and places it. Jay, should we put 50 on it? Okay. So, just a demonstration of what it looks like with a little bit of weight, guys. Let me just get another clasp. Okay, so Jay, you cool to do 8?
Sure.
Excellent, buddy. Okay, guys. So, we're going to be doing a lot of squats, lads. Please, Jay, walk into the bar. Okay. Okay, so he gets under it. He walks back. He gets himself set up. You're always going to get yourself psyched up for a squat, lads. He takes a nice deep breath in, and he's going to squat for it. I'm just going to let him do it, and I'll talk through it. Down, driving up. Notice how he drives his hips through at the top of the movement, guys, okay? We want that body to be fully open, hips open as he drives up. He's maintaining a nice upright chest. He's not bowing, he's pushing his bum out, he's looking up. He takes a nice deep breath on the way down, and as he drives up, it's aggressive, okay? You come out of that hole aggressively. Alright, the squat is going to build a lot of lean muscle, guys, okay? Excellent, Jay, thanks for the demo walking in. Now guys, if you are really against doing this, or you've got a home gym, but you haven't got the squat rack, okay, of course, we can use 2 kettlebells. Okay, so Jay, we're not going to get too much into all your double kettlebell technique, because if you've been in the plans, you're going to know this, and I've got other instructional videos. So Jay, just quickly clean those kettlebells up for me here. Here's your alternative. Personally, I will be doing this one. I love my double kettlebell front squats, as you know. So, what he's going to do is he's just going to do 8 here. The emphasis is a little bit more on the front of the body, so he needs to keep this chest high and this rack position high, but not too high that he can't see either side of him, okay? He doesn't want to be doing that. Okay, so Jay, nice deep breath in. Nothing really changes. Okay, so deep breath in on the way down. He drives out hard and fast, pushing those hips through, keeping his chest up throughout. You notice that he's never on his toes, he's always on his heels. Okay, that's excellent, Jay. So either or, guys, barbell squat or double kettlebell front squat, as long as you're working to the desired repetition range, then I'm happy. That's brilliant. Thanks, Jay. And there's your squats.